We're going to do a wiggle wart, and we're going to do this little griffin knockoff in a requested color. And I've got two of these. I'm going to show you the originals, and then we're going to paint it. And these are the V38. Okay, V38 wiggle warts. Obviously this one's a little bit older. Neither of these have been fished. Okay, so not a scratch on them. Brand new, new old stock. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Get a little light on it. Got a request to match this pattern, and I can't believe I haven't done this one on camera. This is one of my old favorites. Used to match this one a long time ago and really hadn't done that in a number of years. Now, this one is a lot better shape as far as the box goes. And the reason I want you to see this is this one is just a hair shade lighter than that one in the green. So when you go to matching these baits, again, remember back in the days, you know, each one of these was probably hand painted, and it's kind of like custom work. If you don't see that, it isn't a lot different, but it is different. You can really tell it on the bills. Lighter, darker. I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not, but anyway, I'm going to go with just the one that's just a little bit darker, and we're going to match that one. So let's get started. The first thing we've done is we've white base coated our lure. There's several colors that go into this, and just to keep everybody in suspense, I'm not going to show the colors and the mix ratios and things like that to the end of the video, just because I've got my brushes loaded up and we're ready to roll. So I've got a wiggle wart I'm doing in this as well. These will be for sale. If anybody wishes to purchase them, just email me or whatever. But this is going to be the V38. So the first thing we've got to do is we're going to come in here with our sepia. Oh, I thought I wasn't going to tell you. And all we're going to do is go down the top, this first color. Now, shading is everything. How many coats, how many times do you go over it? And we're just going to go down to about the eye level with this first color. And this just gives us a base color. Again, these are transparent paints, so actually on this I'm going to go all the way down. We're just going to leave that belly. All right, we'll get the front. Do a little heat set. Okay, next color up. Again, this is to provide us a little bit of depth, a little bit of darkness to our second color. And we're going to keep this one pretty light on the sides. And that's one reason you don't want this first color, which I've already told you was sepia, to be very dark. You don't want to continue to go over it and over it and over it. Okay, now this is just how I match it. Everybody has their own way of doing things. So. Now, we'll just take a look. Now this one I'm not doing. On the wiggle wart, when I do it, it'll be just like this one. I'll paint the bill and everything. So very close. Now what you probably cannot tell is that's extremely close. I mean, almost right on it, but the one thing that I think puts it over the top is adding this second color to that. And again, just a very light coating. You may not even be able to pick this up. And this is a pearlescent color. And I'm just dusting the lure. And the deal is with this last pearl color, we've really lightened that. Okay, so I mean, go extremely light. Depends on which one of these baits you're wanting to match. But either way, you're going to be getting a V38. Okay, I'm just telling you that I showed you the comparison. There's a little bit of difference between each one. Okay, so next up, we're going to do our back color. And I've been having a little bit of problems with this brush. There we go. Looks like more and more I do watch other custom painters paint, and it's how we learn techniques. That's why I share. So it's like more and more people are starting to use these holders that I've been using for years. I think it's a exceptional way. Hey, how about my booth? Cleaned it out. Been over a year. Got me some new paper down. Cleaned all the overspray off best I could. So let's see, belly. I did switch over to the wiggle wart. Again, you can see where we're at on it. Might need to darken the back up just a little bit, but we'll come back and do a comparison at the end. So see how when I heat set that, it dried fairly light. So you need to go over that again. Get rid of that. Let's see. Needs to be a little more red, a little more red. This is the mix I've always used here. Tell me what you think. A little more red, we'll add it. Yeah, when we get that clear coat on there, I think that's going to match right up. Getting closer here on the V38, so. All right. Show you where we're at. Just a tad bit darker on the back. Just one more coat. I think we'll match that up perfectly. But we're going to go ahead and get our, and I made these again. If you want to see the video on how those were made, I think I've got it on there. I know I've got a flat wart where I showed making it, but it's in the DIY. I'll include that playlist at the end of the video, or may possibly in the video description. Let's see here. Just going to push that in there very carefully. And Now all we really have left, let's make sure you can still see. Extend the camera back a little bit. Right there, maybe. Here's the eyes. Now, lots of different ways to do this. I'm going to go ahead and spray them today, but you can get a Q-tip, kind of fluff the end of it, dip it in paint if you want a thicker coat, but we're going to just spray them today. Okay, get this loaded up. It's quite a bit faster when you dip them because you can get it a little thicker. This way we've got to kind of build it up. Heat set in between because it's applying very thin coats. What is that, coat number 3? We're going to go one more. I just like using the nail. Goes down quite a bit quicker. I don't know if you guys noticed while I'm spraying here, not only did I clean my paint booth, but I deep cleaned my airbrushes. Look at them things. Look brand new. Had them, gosh, I don't know, 10 years, maybe longer, some of them. Obviously, I clean between every color change anyway, fairly good. So, you know, once a year, twice a year, depending on how much I'm spraying, I'll take them completely apart and redo them. But let's add just a couple drops of brown will do it, I think. Now, I don't want to mess up our brown here. I'm going to get in pretty close. Oh yeah, once we get the clear on, that's going to be money. I think we've got a match. Tell me what you think. I'll take some pictures here at the end and do a comparison that way. But guys, and in particular the gentleman that requested this is the V38. I think it's a dead-on match. You tell me. So, matching the bait, old style pre-wrap V38 by Storm. All right, before we sign out, colors. Okay, I told you I'd give you my recipe of how I do it. Detail sepia. After the white base coat. Now you got to have a white base coat because you got to leave the belly white. One light coat of the sepia. Okay, Wicked Pearl, lime green. Okay, again, one coat. You might go over it twice. You want to cover the sepia, and that gives that lime green just that darkness. That alone, to me, is extremely close to the match. But to get it perfect, you come over it with a little Wicked Pearl Yellow. Our back color was just a light brown. The bottom color, 4-2, fluorescent orange and vermilion. If there's any place on this bait that I got some room maybe to improve on a perfect match, it's this, okay? I think you need to go maybe 4-4, or maybe try 4-2 the next time I do this. Eye color is just a yellow, opaque yellow, and then the back color is black. Okay, so that is it. Layering technique. Okay, so this is a little more of an advanced video. Green Country Custom Baits. Please like, share. Make sure you hit the notification bell. We've got another very special matching coming up. I don't know if I'm going to show it next week. I've got a lot of crawl patterns that I've also kind of been putting in the queue, but I got another really special color that I haven't matched that another gentleman recommended I match on camera, and that's going to be the blue mackerel. Until next week, Green Country signing out.